Hello and welcome back to another reaction. In this occasion, My Hero Academia, episode 10. This has been the most anticipated episode so far from the series. You have been hyping this up like to the max. Everybody's telling me, oh, I cannot wait for you to arrive to episode 10, sorry. I cannot wait for you to arrive at episode 10, episode 10. So yeah, reasonably, I am hype as hell. Yeah, episode 9 was a more deeper combat than I expected. I, to be honest, expected a little bit of comedy side of Uraraka and Bakugo's fight. But no, it was a lot deeper than I expected. It was very well animated, very well paced, and I love the way the fight itself developed. I really enjoy this fight because it has a lot more emotional baggage than I expected at the beginning. I also enjoy the way they portrayed Bakugo. Bakugo is incredibly strong, but he's not just a brute. He understands, he is smart. He kind of see exactly what he needs to do in order to win. He analyzes his enemies and try to come up with a strategy to, well, defeat said enemies. So yeah, again, more character development for Bakugo, which I enjoy a lot. Yes, at the beginning of the series, in season 1, I hated the guy. There is no way for me to deny that. I really hated the guy. But in the second season, it has become better and better and better every episode he has appeared. So yeah, that was episode 9. Now we pass to episode 10, which, as I said in the beginning of the video, it has been hyped for me. Now, yes, I really wanted to record this earlier. I did not have time. I still have a lot to do. Hopefully, I really hope this time, next week, is going to be a lot better, a lot more relaxed, so I have a little bit more time. But yeah, I suppose I spoke enough about episode 10. Yeah, let's just watch this episode, shall we? Oh, yes! Yes! Oh, I am always impressed with the amount of power that Midoriya can control. Well, cannot control. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's the consequence. Yes. Yes. But yeah, the problem here is that Midoriya is limited. Todoroki doesn't seem to be limited by anything. Ah, okay. Yeah, but he's relentless. Todoroki is relentless. Oh! Are you serious? Oh! Oh man! Ah, crap! Oh, with the full? Oh! Are you serious? Oh, that's a lot of power, man. Yes, because he used a full, well, fist. Oh, man. Oh, man. Ah, he's very strong. What? Oh, but what? How? He used all his fingers! And the other arm is completely... Well... Oh! It almost worked! What did he do? Oh, man, seriously? Oh, crap. Oh! Oh, yes! But he refused to use his other side. Oh! Well, yes, everybody wants to be number one. True. Oh, that is true! Oh, Midoriya is so badass here! Yes, he's paying attention on every movement. Oh, oh, he's going to receive the award for. Oh, oh man. Oh man. Oh, yeah, he's not dealing with anybody. At the attack again. Oh, he has become slow in every single aspect. Oh man. Are you serious? 5? Are you serious? Oh. Oh man. Really? Endeavor is worse and worse every time I see him. Oh, yes, that is true. What? Oh, the flames are... Oh! Look at those flames! Oh, that was amazing! Oh! Yes! Oh my god, that is true! That is so in character for Midoriya! Oh, the music! Everything! Oh! Yes! Oh, that looks so cool! Fuck you, Endeavor! Fuck you! Oh man! Oh, I don't want to hear anything he has to say! Fuck you! He's not doing it for you, you bastard! Oh man. No, he's just an asshole. Oh. Oh. Oh man. This is so. Oh. Okay, that looks amazing. Oh yes, The one for all! Oh, yes! What? Oh, come on, let them fight! I don't care, let them fight! Oh, yes, the ice! Look at that! Yes! Oh! What? Oh! Come on! The one for all against the fire and ice! This is... Whoa! What the hell? Holy... Look at the power! What was that? What? It was a draw! Both are out! Okay, there's Midoriya. What happened to Todoroki? Oh, he resisted? Yes! Holy... Origin. This was amazing! And of course it's the end, but... Okay, now I understand why it was so hype. It was unbelievable. The animation. Okay, I'm gonna watch it again and again and again and again. I don't know how many times I'm gonna watch it. And be back with my comments. See you in a bit. Holy shit, this is so great! So I'm back. I just watched three more times the episode, and boy, I wasn't ready. You hype it like crazy. This episode you hype it a lot, but it's still the level of animation, the level of depth in the combat, because it wasn't just this fight. It was a lot more there. So yes, it was deeper than I thought at the beginning. But yes, let's go in order. Of course, the entire episode, the entire duration of the episode is the fight. We have a little bit of flashbacks, but it's still connected to this fight. We start with, of course, a quick attack from Todoroki. His size, as always, is way too fast. I still cannot believe the amount of power that, well, Todoroki can control just with his eyes. But Midoriya has another advantage here. He can still attack from a distance. Yes, his power is better suited for close combat, but the amount of power that Midoriya possesses is useful to a long distance, at least for a distraction or for the enemy not to come as close with all their power. So yes, it is unbelievably powerful. What I want to see, of course, is the entirety of the fight. I just watched completely. It was unbelievably good. As I said before, I don't think I'm going to make a kind of a, I don't know, a synopsis for the episode, because yeah, it's just the fight. I'm just going to repeat that over and over and over. So yes, the plan, Midoriya's plan was to endure. He wanted to endure. Why? Because most of the time Todoroki ends the fights very quickly. With the amount of power that he has, he possesses this advantage that in the moment he attacks, the fight is over. So it's hard for everybody else to observe any weakness within his style. So Midoriya has to endure. He changed the full power of a fist with the power of a finger. And still, it's not that bad, because even with just one finger, Midoriya is capable of immense amount of power. But he needs to endure so he can see the weakness in Todoroki, because yes, he must have a weakness. So far, nobody discovered it, because yeah, the fights ended in an instant. So you cannot see how it develops, how the weakness shows. Anyway, the fight is kind of slow, and it's kind of the same at the beginning. It's not a bad thing, because you kind of need a little bit of a slow moment, if you can call that a slow moment. When we try to enter the mind of Todoroki, the amount of hate he has for the father is still unclear. Well, not completely clear. But of course, we knew from before that his mother just poured boiling water in his eye. That's why he has like a red thing. He doesn't cure at all in that portion. It was like scar. But of course, he always blamed Endeavor, because yes, he is to blame. He pushed him way too hard when he was just like 5. When we saw one of the first flashbacks, he was only 5, and he was pushing him like he was, I don't know, 15, 14, something like that, which is absolutely ridiculous. The mother tried to defend, but of course Endeavor, being a bastard, just hit her. And the amount of hate that Todoroki has for his father is understandable. He never was a father. He was just an abuser, a person who was just, well, terrible. There is no other way to call Endeavor like a shitty person. We have this moment, of course, in which Todoroki has the advantage, but we start to see the weakness, because yes, if the time passes and he only uses one of his eyes, in this case the eyes side, his body cannot take that lower temperature for long, or for a long time, sorry. And his body cannot take it, so he cannot use it over and over, because we saw that the power was slowing down. He was slowing down, Todoroki was slowing down, and of course Midoriya noticed this and tried to overtake that advantage. And of course Midoriya noticed something, because in the moment that Todoroki jumped, or none of his body parts touched the ground, Midoriya attacked. And everything is correlated. I suppose Todoroki cannot create ice in the air. He has to be on a surface with any part of his body, of his, I think it was his right side. He has to be touching a surface, his hand, perhaps even his torso or something like that. But when he's not touching anything but air, he is not able to create these spikes of ice. So yes, that is the moment, the counterattack of Midoriya. But still, he refuses to use his fire side. And Midoriya said it, if you use your fire side, you will compensate this weakness you have. You will become such an amazing and a powerful, even more power than what he already is, opponent. So yeah, but I thought Midoriya just wanted to provoke him, to make him angry, and to force him to make mistakes. But no, there was a deeper meaning, because during all the flashback that we saw from Todoroki, we saw a very, very, well, affected child with obvious reasons. But what Midoriya wanted to do was save Todoroki from himself. Because that is the attitude of Midoriya. Always, Midoriya is always trying to save everybody, because he wanted to be a hero all his life. He wants to see Todoroki at his full potential. He is forcing something in him, yes, but he's doing for his own good, and it's the only way he will change. If you force a change, that's the only way it's going to happen. You cannot be complacent with this. So yeah, he started to remember, he started to force this change to remember. Todoroki started to remember everything, and in that moment we know that Todoroki wants to be a better hero. How? He has to use his left side, I think it's the fire side. He is still dubious, he doesn't want to, but Midoriya, remember, it's not your father's power, it's yours. Use it. You are not going to become Endeavor just because you use your fire side. And in that moment, I think something snapped in Todoroki's mind. And the fires and the flames come out and say, oh my god, what the hell is going on? Now he's going to use both sides. And Midoriya is ready for that. Yes, he's crazy because he's provoking one of the most powerful quirks I have ever seen in this show. The combination of both. And yes, the animation just went to 11 for like a minute or so. And in that moment, the fire and ice, the attack with ice, the air cool, and of course the fire came later. But of course, Midoriya attack, and he first jumped with the one for all, and then attack with his face and the one for all. But the fire came out, and that was the strategy. Just the fire to make the air span. And of course, the judges tried to stop them, but it was unstoppable. That moment was unstoppable. I don't know how many freaking walls, thick walls, cement walls, they tried to erase, but it was annihilated by the power of both, because I saw the powers from both sides. Both sides destroyed several of these walls, but in the last explosion it was just unbelievable. The quality of animation, it's one of the best fights I have seen in anime. God damn it! It's easily in my top 10, in my top 3 perhaps. I don't know in which place of those top 3, but it's up, man, up there. The other one, of course, is One Punch Man, because I love that last fight. But seriously, man, I don't know which other I can come with that one. Good lord, the quick animation, the quick fights. And that is something I like about this show. Dude, seriously, it is amazing. So yeah, that was the end of the battle. Midoriya lost because he was out of bounds. I don't know how the hell Shoto stayed in bounds, but he stayed in bounds, so he won. And the episode ends with that image. The title, I didn't even notice that the title did not appear at the beginning. It appeared at the end. This episode was so important that you cannot interrupt it with the title. I love that. But yeah, let's speak about the episode or the other aspects of the episode. Of course, the battle, the mental battle within Todoroki, and the way Midoriya forced him to see that he is not his father because he used his power, or the power he inherited from him. He is another person, and the way he used his power is the way that will define him, because as we can see in this anime, it doesn't matter the quirk. What matters is the way you use it. And another example like this is Shinso. Shinso has a villainous quirk, but he uses it for good. He's trying to use it to be a hero, not a villain. And that is the major difference in his, difference between him and a villain. It's the same with Todoroki. Todoroki did not understand this until the end of the battle. And that's when he used his power. He is not going to become Endeavor just because he used flames. So yeah, I love that psychological battle between Todoroki and Midoriya. Well, the inner Todoroki and Midoriya. I really enjoyed that moment. Another aspect I want to speak about is the way Bakugo see everything. He sees them as possible strategy to defeat the enemy. Because he was calculated, okay, what is the upper limit of this guy? We saw the upper limit with the tape guy, Zero guy. The Zero. But still, he can use it in quick succession, so I can kind of do this. I love how the way he thinks. The way he thinks is, I want to strategize for everything. He is a possible rival in the tournament, so I need to be prepared when I face him. How? Because I'm going to think how the hell I'm going to beat his spikes. And he tells us, my ability, and now you understand it with more precision, the way that his quirk works, or why he was hurt when he made the explosion. He was hurt because his muscles or something like that can contract because the explosion or the force of the explosion make him hurt in the tendons or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but yeah. All this is, of course, part of the physical abilities, of the physical limitations that everybody has. Because yes, the quirks are physical abilities. Extraordinary physical abilities, but physical abilities nonetheless. So yeah, another aspect I like about that is Bakugo is not a brute. It's not using all brute force. Because that will take you just, well, not as far as you wish. But he's thinking ahead. And yeah, as I said before, I'm still liking Bakugo more and more with each episode. I hope they continue with this path of not redeeming, but improving Bakugo. Another aspect is really the way the battle is just so intense from the beginning. Not in the combat, but in the way it's portrayed. It's very, very intense, very... it doesn't drag, because you can put a lot of things there, and a lot of things that move the story forward, that create character development, that do something. And yes, speaking or comparing this anime with others of the same type, this anime gave us a very short, high-quality animation. Because yes, the most quality we saw, it was for like a minute or two. In the moment the flames came, and the fight starts or the fight finished, it is like a minute or two. I don't remember exactly how much, but it's not very long. But that's okay, because we receive such amount of quality in those short periods of time that it doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be dragging out. And that is a problem with Dragon Ball. They drag the fights. The fights last for weeks. And I'm talking about the original. But Dragon Ball Z, the first... well, the original from the 90s, if I'm not mistaken. Dragon Ball Z. They drag the fights. Those are very long. They last week. Freezer battle, I think, lasts like 2 weeks. So yeah, I love Dragon Ball Z. I love it. I really, really enjoy Dragon Ball Z. But yeah, the quality of the fights here is, in my opinion, better. Why? Because they are short, but the amount of quality they put in those short fights is preferable than the long and dragged battle. I know I'm taking a crap in Dragon Ball, or that it seems to be that way. No, I love Dragon Ball, but yeah, sometimes you say, okay, come on, give me something else. And yes, the moment that Dragon Ball gives you something, it's amazing. But yeah, the problem is they tend to drag the fights very, very long. So yeah, most of the people don't understand that you need quality over quantity. And that is something I like about My Hero Academia, because the last great fight was between All Might and Nobu, and that happened in an episode. It wasn't a complete episode. The fight really, again, lasted like a couple of minutes, and it was impressive. But once again, it's quality over quantity, and that's something this anime does very, very good. And it's not only the fight, the character development, the story is very interesting, the twists and turns. As I said before, in some shonens, you can see, if you follow the tropes of set shonen, you can see the result. In this one, you can follow the tropes of the shonen, and it doesn't work. You need to look deeper. You need to be more observant. You need to be really paying attention to what is going on in the anime to know exactly what is going to happen. And still, you doubt that you are correct. So yes, I really, really, really love this episode, and I understand why you were hyping it like hell. So yes, I don't think I have anything else to say. I don't know for how long I speak about this episode, but yeah, I think I exhausted the talk I have to do. And yes, the last thing I have to say, yeah, sorry, but I have nothing else. So well, thank you guys for your attention. And thank you for your comments, for your likes, for your views, and especially for your subscriptions. I'm gonna make a little bit of an announcement in another video. It's going to come after this one, probably on Saturday or Sunday. I'm going to make a little announcement about social media and other stuff. So yes, I think that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed the episode, because I certainly did. I enjoyed it a lot. But yeah, I don't have anything to say, well, see you in the next video, guys. Bye.